Know we find it out? Intros are tough. Welcome to the Grand Line Gazette, everybody, where we talk about One Piece every damn day. And you're damn right, it's Wednesday, and we are starting a new series this week talking about the S.W.O.R.D members. Who are they? Who are we? We are the Grand Line Gazette. My name's Corey. This is Kev. Chris should be popping in soon, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he'll show up. But he is here. Subscribe. We talk about One Piece theories, episode reviews, manga reviews, character breakdowns. And today will be a character breakdown. It is S.W.O.R.D week, so we're going over all the S.W.O.R.D members and all the military members affiliated. And today we are starting with Prince Grus himself. All right, so Prince Grus was first introduced during the Gang Beige Oh My Family cover page serial as a brief antagonist. He made his proper debut in the main series in the Egghead arc, in the arc that we're in right now. Basically, the Aokiji versus Garp fight. He's
Rescue.
collateral.
Yeah.
Oh, the Rescue Kobe mission. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Yeah. I mean, they all went there to rescue Kobe, and then he has a great one-liner where he's like, "Am I the future of the Marines too, Garp?" And he's just like, "Yeah, sure. Go save Kobe, please. Go save Kobe."
Kobe's the future of the Marines. And he's like, what about the rest of us? Understandable. I think you want to.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that's when I started messing with Prince Grus, because I think first impression is he's a hater. He's hating on Kobe.
He is.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, okay, like, you're everybody's boss. We're the same rank. Don't be out there yelling like that, bro. What are you doing? He has the glorp glorp fruit, so he can make clay people and clay constructs, which we saw a little bit during the rescue mission. All in all, like, how we feel about his golems that he makes?
I think they are interesting. Very good crowd control. I try to put them on the same level as Naruto throwing out some shadow clones or something like that. Kind of like, hey, I'll handle this group of people. He's more of handling a crowd, lots of fodder. I don't think he's gonna fight strong. But his power in the anime at least seemed to take multiple heavy blows for each golem. It's not like they're one shot KO like Biscuits was versus Van Augur or anything.
Very
It's a pretty
similar to
versatile.
Biscuit. But
Yeah,
I
it's
wonder.
pretty versatile.
I wonder if he himself. Well, I think it's kind of like Crocodile. How he himself is a clay man, but he can also make clay constructs out of like sand that's around or clay that's around, which is really useful. Seeing that there are beaches everywhere you go, and so there's just water brushing up on the sand making clay.
Yeah.
So you just put him on a beachfront and he's storming the castle by himself. So he has a pretty formidable ability. The way S.W.O.R.D they interact with each other. I mean, I think that's like S.W.O.R.D works with their powers how we wanted everybody to be working. Like when we talk about the Blackbeard Pirates or the Straw Hats, it's like they're using their powers together to support each other's other abilities. But as far as like Grus himself and the S.W.O.R.D part of it, I don't know. How you feeling he's ranking as far as the S.W.O.R.D members go?
We don't know. So here's my thing about S.W.O.R.D. Is a very specific vision within the Marines. It's not like you just sign up to join S.W.O.R.D. You have to be in the Marines and kind of learn about S.W.O.R.D and have a reason to join it. Because as Aokiji Kuzan says, they are Marines, but they're also not, because they already signed over their agreement. They're like, hey, we're not Marines, just in case they get captured or killed, or they do some wild shit to like citizens.
Which is very strange seeing his appearance. He seems more of a flashy type, so like
True, exactly.
There's not a lot of notoriety that comes with being a S.W.O.R.D member. You know what I mean?
See, and the only reason, we only have reasons for two people so far as Kobe and Helmeppo. as far as what made you want to join Sword. We've seen Kobe how he had his history, evil pirates. So him having a weird, obvious Helmeppo, same thing. Dad, terrible.
But we don't have
And
a
so
lot of like motivations for these guys.
Zach.
The only real
So
motivation
yeah,
that we
why do you
have with
leave?
Grus is that he has a rivalry with Kobe. Like, so
Exactly.
who's to say that Kobe didn't join and he joined after? Because it's
Exactly.
like Drake is
That'd
the
be
one
dope.
in charge of Sword. So as we have our opinions on Drake, I think we said it before. If you're an old fan, if you're a new fan, subscribe, like, let us know your favorite Sword member. Let us know your favorite Grus technique. I always want to say Goose, not Grus. But I mean, he's pretty. I mean, to be a part of Sword, you have to be formidable. I think he's kind of on the same level, like now I know he's not the same as an admiral, but I'm thinking Green Bull. You see how
Sure.
Green Bull kind of like his powers don't really take a lot for him to use, so he can max out and become a giant tree if he wants to. Like Grus is kind of like the same way, like how you brought up Cracker, where it's like this dude can just like spawn these off as much as he wants. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
as long as you can like recharge him, give him a little break, then there's like nothing stopping him. Um, you brought up Naruto before with like the shadow clones. It was always
Yeah.
my theory that shadow clones took less chakra than other clones, like clay clones and stuff like that. That's why it was
Sure.
forbidden, and that's why it was so OP when
Yeah.
you could make so many. So I'm thinking like if we're comparing them to Biscuit, I think I think Biscuits takes less because he just has to like clap. I think, or Cracker. Either way, I think
Yeah.
Cracker's yeah, because Firecracker. I
No,
think his
it's
Biscuits
yeah, it's
takes
the
less. Yeah,
biscuit fruit.
just because he has to clap, and then they have to appear and be created, but they're kind of being created out of nothing. Like
Yeah.
his are like out of him, so maybe they do take a little bit more energy than that. But as far as golems go, yeah, sign me up, bro.
I mean,
I would
and
love to have that ability.
it's very interesting for the golems to be introduced as Emmett because they're both religious figures too. Like they're both humanoid clay structures. That's what Emmett, the religious figure, is actually a golem.
Oh,
So
from
it's
like
very
the original, like from
like Jewish folklore.
yeah.
Emmett is a golem. So it was very interesting for me to see both of them brought in. And we also don't know if his fruit is paramecia or logia. So because clay is a naturally occurring substance, golem created by group were compared to logia users, but it's unknown as of right now what if it's a paramecia, logia. If you hit him, does he turn into clay? He
Yeah,
makes it.
yeah, that's true. Like, are you a clay man, or
Yeah,
are you just like that's true? Because a lot of people are like, this turned me into a clay man. You know what I mean? And you don't really get it in context. You're just like, why'd you put it like that? Um, but yeah, um, the only other kind of feats that we've seen him that could kind of support that is when he touched the
oh,
ground
yeah,
and he saved the ship. That
yeah. He
Garp punched
caught
into
that.
the air. He caught the
He
ship.
caught
So it's
that
like
bitch
for
so
that,
easy.
I feel like you have to be a Logia. You know what I mean? Because you have to be like able to transform large amounts of the world like that. Um,
I
but
mean, we do not know enough about him yet. We do know that he is searching for people's approvals. You saw that how he interacted with Garp. Hey, am I also the future of the which is a nice it's a nice question. It means that he actually wants to be a part of it. He's not just like that. But it's pretty cool. I like him. I didn't like him at first in the manga just because he can't really flesh out his abilities. But in the anime, in the recent chapters, in the upcoming chapters, or that we're about to be animated, he's gonna have a bigger role. He is one of Garp, or not Garp, but Kobe's strongest ally right now.
which says
So
something.
What does
which,
he? Yeah, what does he do?
which says something. We have to treat these members the same with like the same kind of respect that we treat like side pirate, like the pirate characters on the cruise of like
Yeah,
warlords. Maybe not a Yonko status, but maybe like a warlord crew. You know what I mean? So they're plenty capable. Who do we see him being like pitted against? If we take like three different factions, let's say three different factions: Straw Hat Grand Fleet, Blackbeard Pirates, or no, Straw Hat Grand Fleet, like the Guild, Cross Guild, or the Revolutionaries. I don't know. Maybe just Pirates, Cross Guild, Revolutionaries. I don't
if
know.
I had to, because I'm trying not to power scale yet. We haven't, but if Kobe is to rival anybody and to actually like get the One Piece eventually, this crew has to have that power, that to give him the ability to get there. So if Prince Grus is part of that squad, Rocket, I have to put him on this.
Yeah, we have to put, and that's what we have to, I guess, remember is that all those people on that page are contenders for the One
Yeah,
Piece. Like One Piece. Like
yeah,
Kobe has declared that he is a contender for the One Piece. So, I mean, these are going to be the people with him if he's standing on that line. Like if there's a beachfront, this is going to be the group that's behind him. So,
yeah.
I mean, he can do a lot. I feel like a good and maybe somebody like Avalo Pizarro, somebody with the isle fruit. He would be a good counter for that because he can control parts of the island too. I think him mixed with actually I think a couple of them. See, they could two man a lot of these people. Like
Yeah,
if
sure.
I'll leave it at that. They could two
Well,
man a lot of these people.
and can he absorb the golems into himself and then make one giant golem where he can fight San Juan Wolf or who
Bro,
we don't
giant
know
golem.
we
You
don't know
know,
the extent. Yeah,
kaiju's. You know how I am with kaiju's. I
I'm right.
need
I'm with
kaiju's on
you.
that final battle. Like, if there aren't just like, there's got to be like 8 different tiers of height. You know what I mean?
Duh, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm right there with you because it's like when Oda talks about the final arc, he uses Marineford as like as an example. He's like Marineford is gonna look like nothing. So it's like, are we gonna have battles across like multiple islands? Like we're going across multiple islands with dozens of crews on each side. It's gonna be much.
Like, and
So
it's
Groot,
like, and the thing is, the pirates aren't just good guys. They're just not gonna team up with
yeah,
the people we know. Like,
yeah,
these guys could show up and then they run interference with all the people we met from Dressrosa. And then like we gotta have like we gotta have like I don't know, I almost said Helmeppo, but we just made a video of him. Green hair, barrier.
oh, Bartolomeo.
Bartolomeo, yeah. Like what if they had to like fight Bartolomeo or something like that? Like I
I
think that would be a perfect kind of like matchup.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm rewatching the Reverie right now, and like you have everyone who's like secretly in love with. And they're like, "Do you also like Luffy?" And it's
That
like,
part.
and
That
then
part.
they like whisper to each other, like, "Yeah, he's awesome." It's like, yeah,
And then for like
like
Prince Grus, who already hates Kobe, he's
yeah,
like, okay, so Garp loves Kobe, everybody loves Kobe, but Garp loves Luffy, Kobe
yeah,
loves Luffy, everybody loves Luffy, even these pirates love Luffy. I'm tired of it. I'm
yeah,
tired of it. You know?
yeah. He's. We're gonna see some team ups that we're not expecting, which I think,
Which will be cool. But
yeah,
yeah, I think we done expounded on Prince Grus as much as we can.
yeah.
Let us know in the comments below how y'all feel about Prince Grus. It is Sword Week, so we will be back tomorrow with another one. Yeah, like, subscribe, follow, and also, how do y'all feel about these kaiju-sized golems? You think he can fight like a? You can make something as big as like a San Juan wolf, or who's making kaiju's? Who's made like a kaiju before that we can like relate this to? Like Big Mom size, they could probably be. You think Kaido Big Mom size?
Maybe
Big Mom.
biscuit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger or something. I don't know. I haven't seen kaiju's in One Piece too much, but yeah, like, subscribe. We will be back tomorrow. Catch y'all later.